Hey, welcome to the channel, guys. We made it through another week.
Hey, welcome back, TGIF.
Yes, thank God it's Friday.
Yes, so we are here with you today to bring you guys another great episode. We hope you enjoyed last week, and we thank all the ones who are viewing in this week. So we want to thank you. We want to thank you for tuning in. And so, who are we? Who are we?
We are Jason and Tina Marie of Legendary Relationship and also the host of the Loving Beyond the I Do podcast.
So if you have not tuned in, you better tune in. Every Wednesday, a new episode comes out. You can find us at Loving Beyond the I Do podcast. You can get it anywhere you listen to podcasts, or you can go to YouTube and search Legendary Relationship, or you can go to legendaryrelationship.com and type on podcast or Loving Beyond the I Do. I know that's a lot, right?
Yep. So our podcast comes out every Wednesday wherever you get your podcast delivered. And also we have a YouTube, which is Legendary Relationship. Go over there. Please subscribe, like, and share. We'd appreciate that.
All right. So don't forget, where can you find us? We just told you. You can go to YouTube and search Loving Beyond the I Do for the podcast or Legendary Relationship. Or you can go to our website at legendaryrelationship.com.
That's right.
All right, so we'll be right back after these words.
Like I said, welcome back to the channel, guys. We got a real special guest this week.
All right, so you guys know last week the week before that, we had to rush out of town.
Yes.
So we cut off our Friday Night Live short so that we can get out of town and go to Ohio. And we went to Jerry and Marcia's 25th anniversary.
Yes.
All right, so tonight.
Had a blast.
Yes. So tonight we will be talking with the couple.
Yes.
About 25 years of marriage. All right. But before then, if you have not downloaded our ebook, right? Make sure you go download the ebook.
I don't know why you wouldn't have done that.
I don't know why either.
Yeah. You got to grab this ebook. And you grab it at legendaryrelationship.com. It's free. And I'm going to tell you something. This is part of the education to make your relationship better. So go and download this free book.
All right.
So just to help you to make your relationship better.
And don't forget that the course is now open.
Yep.
So we are now taking reservations for Elevate Your Marriage, Transformational Relationship Literacy. Thanks for those who have already registered. And for those who are trying to meet the deadline, you better get in there soon. All right. So let's bring on our guests. No more delays.
Yes.
So let's welcome Jerry and Marcia Eubanks.
Hey, welcome to the show, guys.
Hi, thanks for having us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. So we were celebrating 25 years of marriage. What do you guys have to say about that? Tell us a little bit about yourself and then just a synopsis of what you have to say for 25 years of marriage. First, introduce yourselves. Tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Marcia, Jerry's wife.
So I see that we're going to have to work on Jerry because, we're going to have to get Jerry to talk more. I don't think when we were at the celebration, he might have uttered a couple words, but that's okay. But that's what he said. This is how he made it to 25 years. I get it. So
what do you guys think about 25 years? What did you think when you were like, wow, we've been married 25 years? What were your thoughts?
What were your thoughts?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I attributed a lot of that. Anybody that's been married or is married knows that it's not easy. But I had a great role model, and I tell her that all the time. My mother, who was married to my father for over 25 years until he passed, and I saw a lot of what she went through, but she held on, she held strong. And I look at a lot of the marriages that end today, and a lot of times it's not even half of the things I've seen her go through. So that motivated me to hang in there, even when I might have thought about, you know, slipping away. So I think that's really important to have some sort of background, uh, someone to motivate you, or some sort of what do you call it,
Guidance.
example.
Okay. Yep. I was gonna say
You know what I
exactly.
mean? Someone
Right.
who stood the test, and someone to look up to, and you can say, hey, that's a person I'd like to be like in the future or whatever. So
I like that. Yeah. Yeah. That says a lot. Because it all depends on how we view things, right? And
Absolutely.
our future is created because of our past and what we've dealt with or what we've seen or overcome. So it's nice that, hey, you know what, you paid attention to that relationship that your parents had, and even afterwards, after your father passing, that you saw your mom was still strong. So you saw both sides of that, and that kind of helped you to be the man and the father that you wanted to be.
And how about you, Marcia? What did you think when you guys were approaching 25?
Um, I couldn't believe how fast it happened.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't seem like we've been married that long, I guess. Um, but it was like, wow, um, we made it.
Yep.
um, but I think, it was all through God and prayer, and something my grandmother always told me. My grandmother, Callie Berry, she always told me to always keep your family out your marriage. What goes on between you and your husband stays between you and your husband. So, and she said, watch how long our marriage lasts, and it's living truth, because look where we at now.
That's right. That
That
that old wisdom, right?
that is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Before we get into everything, it was a moment at your celebration that it was actually the moment when you walked through the door, and you just kind of like bust into tears. And I thought about it, like, she planned all this. It wasn't a surprise, right? But you walk in the door and you just get overwhelmed, and you just started bawling, and I'm like, okay. But she knew we were coming. She invited us. We are SVP. So what was going through your mind when that moment happened?
It was like as soon as we walked in, it was like I was already nervous when we before.
She nervous to meet her family and friends. Right.
Right.
It's more like crowds. I get a little bit nervous, and it's
Oh,
like
okay.
Okay.
it doesn't matter who it is, family or not. But it wasn't that. It was like I just felt so much love. I'm like, everybody's here for us, and people travel, like you said, from out of town. People travel further than Chicago that came out just for us. So it was like, it was just so much love. I just felt so much love, there when we walked in. So yes, I was just really happy. So it was
Overwhelmed.
tears
Yeah.
of joy. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I know.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Overwhelmed by such joy. How about you, Jerry? What did you think when you walked into a room full of people?
There to celebrate you all.
Yeah.
well, I'm again all about family. I knew, like you said, who was coming pretty much, and so I uh I was just happy to see my family, because I don't get to Chicago as much as I would like to, and even family that wasn't from Chicago, but I don't get up there as much as I like. I work a lot, so yeah, the overwhelming thing hit me, but I was just ready to enjoy my people. I knew who was coming. I knew what we were going to do. I knew what it was going to turn into already, 'cause it's not my first rodeo. I've thrown a lot of parties up here, and I mean, this is just how it is. So that I was overwhelmed, but I was ready to
The
go to the next
party.
phase.
All
Yeah.
right. All right, Jace, let's hit our first point. So,
Well, before we get there,
oh,
we
all
got a
right. So
ton
let's
of
welcome our guest.
Hey, Rita Lindsay chiming in. Hey, Rita, thank you for chiming in with us.
Hey, family.
Hey, now you know what? The show has officially started because Vicky is in the house. So, Vicky, where's Earl? Is Earl with us?
Hello, family.
All right. And Nene said, hey, guys.
Hello, family, again.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey. Nancy says, congratulations on 25 years. Yes.
Hello,
Thank you.
Nancy.
Yes. They're nervous.
Dr.
Nah,
Teresa
they're
says,
not nervous. Nah.
They-
Well, no, they relax. We just gotta
No,
loosen them up a little bit.
she's
That's
probably talking about me, but no,
oh,
I'm not nervous.
there you go. See.
All right. So Vicky says, okay, with that in this, all right.
Yep.
Wish more people had more role models. Absolutely.
You know what,
Absolutely.
Vicky? That is very important. You know, role models are important, and how we raise our kids are super important as well. So you want to get that away from you. You want to make sure that we setting a good example for our kids. You know that we're raising. You know how we interact with our mate. We're passing it along to our children. So let's be mindful of that.
Got a question. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yep, not
Just
a
making
problem.
sure. All
Okay.
right.
Cool.
Because I think my headphones went out.
Hey, everybody's chiming in for you guys tonight.
All right.
So I said, hey.
All right.
All right. Hey, y'all. Nene.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Welcome Friday. And for you guys out there,
Yes.
I know we say it every Friday. Don't forget Facebook user. So it says Facebook user. That's something you guys going to have to change in your settings.
Yep.
And they say hello. But Facebook user, please let us know who you are. So type your name in, and we say hello back to you. Thank you, everybody,
Yeah,
for
thank you
tuning
everybody
in.
for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like and share this along because we're here to celebrate, right? It's 25 years. This is 25 years of going through some things and deciding to stay
That's
and
right.
stick it out.
That's right.
This
Knowing
isn't-
that the storm doesn't last always.
right.
All right, so let's go to
But
our
one thing's
first.
for sure: either you're going through a storm or you're coming out of one. But either way, you got to be able to stick in there.
That's right.
And just see it to the end.
All right, so we're going to go to our first point with you guys.
Mm-hmm.
All right, when Jason brings it up.
Yep.
All
So
right.
we're gonna talk about how you met.
All right, and you guys can talk about how you met. You don't
Yeah.
have to say age. Tell us, like a little bit how you met and
Right.
how you got together and just the whole 6 yards, not the 9 yards. It's a limited show.
Well, it was my sister Nene.
Mm.
Met Jerry at church, and she told him that She told him that she had a sister for him.
Smart girl, right?
She talked me into coming to church the next following day because we had like a convocation going on at our church. And I came and we met at church. And what, month later, I went on his senior prom.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
so um, that's how we met.
In the church.
Yeah, we met at church.
All right.
So Jerry, what's your
Version?
yeah, what's your version of
the
it?
account?
Right, because
Yeah.
she just said my sister told her, but what did the sister actually tell you, and how did she approach you?
We so the convocation she's speaking of was held at their church. Their pastor was the bishop, and as teenagers, we all would commune down in the basement and hang out or whatever. And that's what was going on. One of my brothers was down there, playing matchmaker with someone else, and I got left out of that whole crowd. And I met Nene, and we talked, and she mentioned her sister and some. I don't know. I think we talked about a relationship she was in, or something. I don't know before, but yeah, and she mentioned her, and when I saw them again, actually, I came into the church late, and I think she asked me something like, "Why didn't I call her?" or something, and I'm like, "I never had your number," or something like that. But anyway, we exchanged numbers, and I think she borrowed some headphones of mine. It was a crazy story. She borrowed some headphones of mine, and I called her and told her I wanted them back. But at the same time, we started talking, and I mentioned I was getting ready to go to prom, and I wasn't gonna go at first, and I told her I wasn't gonna go, and she was like, "You should go," and I'm like, "Well, I didn't want to go because I didn't want to know who I wanted to take or whatever." So at the time, and she was like, she would go, and that's how the whole dating
No,
thing started.
you asked me. You
Well,
said
I
what was
asked, of
yeah,
course,
he
but
Right.
said.
So
she
so
said
did
she
you?
could go, and sorry,
No. Go ahead.
and that's how that began. The prom was the initiating of the relationship, pretty much. From there, it went. Actually, I remember on the prom, I told her in the limo that uh, I wanted to, date, and I joked with her. I told her if she doesn't say yes, I was gonna kick her out the limo, and so she agreed. I don't know if it was just I thought maybe just for the time being because she didn't want to get kicked out the limo, but here we are 25 years later. So
All
So,
right.
so you called on the headphones. Now, is that just a slick move you had? So were you actually calling for the headphones, or were you just calling to
He
talk
needed a
to her?
reason. Right,
Yeah,
right.
right. That was your out. Well, I'm really
yeah,
just calling for the
both
headphones.
because I did want my headphones back. I was gonna borrow them, but I mean it was my excuse to call her at the same time. So
I
it
like
was a
that.
two for one.
Yeah, there you go. I
All right,
like
so
that.
we had another comment from the Facebook user.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that one
All
too.
right. It's such a blessing to see them and their growth over the years. Glad I've been a part of their journey. Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Yeah, you started it
Yes,
all.
honey. All right. That's
It's
right.
good looking out,
So for
right?
anybody knows, that's the
Baby.
sister. That's the sister that introduced them. All right. Like she said, like a go right up under. Yep.
All the time.
Yep. I said like a hurricane fed. All right.
That's a net.
And so the Facebook user is Annette.
Annette.
Hello, Annette. Annette, congratulations, and may you continue to prosper in every way.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you
so
for your
much.
comments.
Yes.
And then, all right.
So we have it on.
So Ty said something else.
Yeah, hold on one second.
Oh,
Thank you. Oh, okay. So Nene was doing it all, right? So she was all over
y'all, I'm
the place.
waiting on my donations.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
So you got 25 years of interest.
That's right. Got a lot of paying up to do.
That's right. That's right. All right. So Jason's trying to see if we have any more
Yeah, that's sister love
comments.
right there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. All right, so let's go to our point number 2. And so you guys, you met and it's been constant talking ever since. All right, let's go
Yeah.
to the next one
Now we want to know what's something that you've overcome.
that you may want to share with other married couples, whether it was early in your marriage, like maybe the first 5 years, or maybe from 5 to 10 years, or from 10 to 25. Like, what is something that you found that a couple is definitely going to go through that you were able to overcome and share?
Before you get to that, hold on to that. I just want to put this comment.
So Vicky says, good mom said yes to the prom date. So,
Got to give props to mom.
for all of our viewers who's always tuning in on Friday, which with Vicky and Earl, Vicky is her mom.
Yep.
So, all right. So Vicky said yes that she could go to the prom because without your mom saying yes, you could not have gone.
So true.
She probably paid for it too, right?
Oh,
Look,
Ty.
you still went out with each other whether I went on prom or not.
Oh, listen, that's 25 years later. Look at that.
She
Yeah.
needs to start a matchmaking service.
Yeah. For real.
All right.
That's for sure. All right. So what is one of the things that you've overcome that you would like to share with us?
And it doesn't have to be the same, Marcia. You can give something and he can give something, or
Right.
you can do the same. And the reason why we ask you this is because the show is mainly for married couples, right? And as you said, Jerry, we all go through something. And somebody may be going through that right now. And to let them know that, hey, we went through that too, and we overcame it by doing this. So that's why we ask for this information, to just help couples kind of navigate through the hard times sometimes.
Yeah, it's information, right? Because obviously you've done something right. You made it to 25 years. So come on, talk to me now.
I would say personally, for me, I had to learn to listen. I was always good at it. I had to learn to listen and not respond. Sometimes I had a knack for one, and it's like sometimes I listen and figure out what was going on, and then come back to it later, maybe and address it instead of addressing it right then, which would sometimes cause unnecessary argument or
Right. Right.
issues in a relationship. So for me, I mean, I was always pretty good about it. That was one of the things I think I had to work on myself big time, and also for me, emotional uh, attachments. She was the first person like I dated, first person like I really allowed myself to get around or with. So, and that just comes from my upbringing was a little different, and I didn't express that in my life. So that was something definitely I had, and I'm still working on that to this day, actually. So, but definitely be attached to people.
Yeah, and that's a serious thing. We had a Friday night about attachment, right?
And the different types of attachment styles.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Talking about
We
that and
talked
being
about-
able to understand them. All right, Marcia, how about you?
Um, wait.
You're digging back in the stack. It's not that many. You overcome something. So something light.
I would say he doesn't like to argue at all, and I used to get so bad. He will leave. He will like if he see me in the mode or get hard or argument, whatever. He will leave, but I get so mad because he will leave and not want to talk about it or because I know he doesn't like to argue. But I start understanding why he left, and it was for me to calm down, and then I would calm down, and when he comes back, normally couples discuss things or talk about it, but we don't. But that's something that works for us. It's just that we just let it work it out itself, and then I would realize if I did something or said something wrong, I just know I'll say, okay, I need to work on me and not do that again. And then he does the same thing. So that was something that at first I was like, he just don't want to talk about anything, but I understood why he did that, and now it doesn't bother me anymore at all. Um, and if we have an argument or we have a disagreement about something, we don't come back and talk about it. We just let it go.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. And that's part of growth. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Getting married so young and not really knowing what marriage was about, because not unless you've been married before, especially when you get married young, you don't
Yeah.
know what to expect.
Right.
You don't know how to work through all these issues. And then being able to grow over the years and understand what works and what doesn't work. But the one thing that I heard from both of you guys is that you had to work on yourself. And I think that's a key factor in any relationship.
Yep.
Instead of saying you need to work on you, or it was his fault, it was his fault, or it was her fault, being able to understand that you both had to do some self reflection, some self development, and work on yourselves. And I think that's the biggest key that if anything you can take away in marriage is that we have to work on ourselves. We can't point the finger.
Yep. I was just going to say that you have to work on yourself.
Absolutely.
Right? And a lot of times people think that it's all about the marriage. It is, but it's an individual thing too. So you have to take care of yourself. You have to understand where your shortcomings and stuff are. So to be able to say, hey, I can make it better, right? Or instead of pointing to someone else, if you pointing your finger at someone else, then you're not owning up to your own stuff. So you can't make the relationship better because you're always worried about them. But you take ownership in your own stuff, and then you make yourself better, you make your relationship better. And that's kind of how that goes.
All right. Do we have any more comments
Yeah,
before we go down to the next point? I know her family's just chiming in, right?
Yeah.
That's growth and maturity, because it's hard for couples to let things go and not place blame on each other. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want to do. We want to
Yeah.
play the blame game.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
like I said, we're all going to go through something, right? But if I know genuinely that you love me and you put our relationship first, then I can let some things go. Is it really that? Is it really that important to the relationship if I hold on to being mad with you? No, it's not. Okay, we had a disagreement. We can move on, and we can just continue to move forward versus holding on to that, being mad, not speaking, things like
And
that.
I think we realized right after an argument that sometimes it was petty, right?
Majority of the time it is, right.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep. It's not even worth arguing. Get advice. Taking ownership is very important. Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to own your own stuff.
You gotta sniff it and say that's mine.
Yep.
That's mine. Yep.
Right.
I know my stuff, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the problem sometimes when people don't really want to do that. They just think about, placing blame, which is, that doesn't work. It's,
Right.
And how we like to teach is it's us, the couple, against the situation or
The issue.
The issue. So we take the issue away from us, and we tell couples the same thing. Take the issue away from us and sit the issue on the table, and now we can now
combat the issue.
Right.
Instead of the issue being between us.
And we fighting each other and the issue. You'll
Right.
never get anything
Right.
done.
So it's how can we overcome this together as opposed to, one person's trying to win or the other person's trying to win, and then it, tears us
So
apart.
one for personal development.
One for personal development.
That is always so important. Overcoming, owning your own stuff. That
That's
means
right.
you're doing your thing.
All right, so let's go to our next point. All right. And do you have another comment? Why did I not know about this podcast? Great conversation piece. I don't know. You got to ask your mom because she's
Right.
on every Friday.
Right.
And your sister.
Yeah.
Ty is on every week.
Yeah.
Well, she be skipping some weeks. We got to get on that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's.
But you know what? But now you know, right?
That's
Every
right.
Friday.
Now you know, like, share, and subscribe. So
Yeah.
you want to go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel, Loving Beyond the I Do podcast, right? Loving Beyond the I Do.
She said, "Cause you're never on Facebook."
Oh, she's talking to her sister.
yeah.
That's why you don't know about it. All right, let's go to point number
That's
3.
All right, so let me get over here to point number 3.
All right, guys. So let's see.
I don't know if you guys. I want to put this up there. I just want to put this up. We put this up last week, and we were just talking about celebrating you guys last week. It was just a beautiful
Yes.
event.
Yes, we had a great time. Everybody we spoke to had a fantastic
Fantastic
time. Even the after party. So for those old folks, because we're
Yeah.
not old.
We're not old.
Those old folks.
No,
who
we
didn't-
showed up. We showed up the
I was
whole
like,
time.
That's right.
Right.
That's right. I was like, Jason, if we don't go to that party, they're going to think we part of the old folks.
I'm like,
We got
we going. We going.
All right. So let's bring up our last point.
All right. So last point is.
What you guys look forward to. So what do you guys look forward to in the future?
Yes. Because the
So
future's bright.
for the next 50 years.
Yep.
You answer first.
I would say just growing closer. I mean, times are getting crazy out here, so growing closer and getting closer to our more so like now. I guess our kids and grandkids. For me, that's my personal goal is to grow closer to my family. Period. Whether it be her, my kids, grandkids, my siblings, or whoever. I just want to try and spend much more time with my family. So
Absolutely.
I love that. I truly, truly love that because we never know, right?
Yeah.
We want to spend as much time with our loved ones as we possibly can.
Absolutely.
And pretty much maybe squash any of those issues that we might have had with our family members because they're not important.
We don't have to squash them. We just forget them.
Yeah.
Like they never existed.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
Marcia, how about you? So what do you look forward to for the next 50 years?
Like much closer growth because we still growing. I mean, 25 years, but we still growing. And loving each other more, be deeper, right, honey?
I love it.
That's right. That's right.
Now, what's your nickname for him now, Marcia?
Honey,
All right.
But no, how you say it?
honey.
All right. So I have a question for you, Jerry. So you got married pretty young, right? And you said your role model was your parents. I would say that the temperament of the men today is a little bit different than what it was back in your time. What would you get? It seems as though there are a few, but men just have a different perspective on marriage. What do you think about that? And what would be your advice to men of today about, taking that step?
Again, that was a personal thing for me, seeing and experiencing what I did as a child and even as an adult, um, I always wanted to be different. I wanted to be different from what I seen in my household. I wanted to be different from what I seen in my neighborhoods. I wanted to, just be different. I mean, I knew I didn't have the perfect role model. I mean, and my mom was a great role model. My dad was a bit of a challenge, but even through the bad, I learned from it. You know what I mean? I learned what not to do. So that made me decide, like I said, I wanted to be different from what I seen and what I heard. I want to defy, I guess, what, you know, people believe to be the stigma for, men, especially black men in general, that there are some men out here who try and do, and I'm not ever taking the credit for being, the perfect guy. I just tried to be different. That's all it was. I was, I've made a lot of mistakes and still making them, but I just tried to be different than what I've seen and tried to be stronger than what I grew up watching, so, and that's what motivated me and it still motivates me.
So so what do you think, Marcia? I think that's my headphones. What do you see, Marcia, about the stigma around marriage? A lot of people don't want to get married, don't like the ideal of marriage because of how it's viewed in movies or on television or social media, right? It has a negative stigma around it. So what do you think about, how we can change that perception of what marriage is?
I know a lot. Well, I would say even married couples now, they think marriage is 50-50. I don't believe marriage is 50-50. I think marriage is 100. Like, you when you get married, you become one flesh. You unite as one. So when I hear it is 50-50, I'm like, no, there's no such thing as, you're one. So I believe that's why. I think because so much divorces happening, and that's what make a lot of people don't want to get married. But I always say what I see. Like, for example, my friends going through, I was like, I'm so glad I'm married. And would I get married again? No, because I know him and I want to keep it that way. So we're gonna wrap this out to the day we die. But but
My brother-in-law says it's only one way out.
right, and that's the only way we going, because he not going nowhere, and I'm definitely not. But I just think that marriage is not bad, but people just look at it like, oh, I couldn't be married, and I'm like, well, I couldn't be single either. So,
I heard that.
I think I would rather be in a marriage and a relationship with someone I can trust and I know who has my back to the end, as opposed to constantly trying to find that person, right?
Right.
And then investing time, energy, and effort into someone, and then to realize that, hey, this person didn't even invest in you, like you said. It's 100. So, being single, I think is, has a misconception too. But I told Jason, I couldn't imagine doing this ride alone. Like it just.
I know, right? Because I'm a great guy. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna go on record and say that you don't need to ride by yourself, baby.
So share with everyone how many kids you guys have and how many grandkids you have.
Before you get to that point, you brought up something, which is, marriage, people say 50-50, right? Yeah. So all through school, 50% is a F. So why would I come into a marriage trying to fail? That's right. So I need to get a passing grade, right? So if you give me 50 and I'm giving 50, we both at a F. So how are we going to prosper? Right? So you need to give 100 and I need to get 100. And then that way we can have 100% in our relationship.
I need to give 100. You need to give 120.
Yeah, I need to give a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm a man.
That's right. That's right.
I had no problem with that.
All right. So the question was, so tell us how many children you guys have and how many grandkids you have and the joy of your grandkids.
Um, we have 6 boys. Daughter. Our daughter is the youngest. They're all grown. Thank God. Um, and we have 6 grandchildren. That's bad that we can't even remember. But right now we are 6. Crazy because that's just the beginning. We have 3 that don't have any children. So yeah, that's just the beginning, and that's what our oldest, Adonis, our youngest son. No, it's 4 that don't have kids.
Okay, okay.
Our son, Keanu, and then our youngest son, Jerry Jr., and then our daughter, Shania. They ones don't have any kids, and they not ready to have any. They said they're enjoying themselves, and I said, well, there's
Right.
nothing bad. So we're just at the beginning stage. So a lot of people like 6, that's a lot, and I'm like, well, that's just the beginning. That's not
Right, we got to. All right, let's see our comments real quick, Jason.
That is funny.
So Ty was saying that's right, but I'm not sure what it was to.
Oh, was that get it, Jason? Oh, I'm gonna
All
get
right.
it. Yep. Thank you so much. Yep. You said that. Yeah. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
Are you skip
No,
oh,
that
up
is,
at
I'll get it.
Liz? Okay. All right. What about the vow renewal? How was that for you? Oh, that was lovely.
we had
I
a
love
lot-
that
I
they
have
brought
videos
all
too.
the married couples together. It was a very special moment.
Yeah,
All right.
That was something very special. Yeah, I videotaped that. You know what? I don't have
Yeah,
it
we
queued
was
up and ready to go.
Yeah, we like I said, it's been a busy week, and
yeah,
we really
but
had
I'm
planned to
gonna
put that
play
in.
that.
That was very, very special.
Very
I love that. So why don't you guys? So for all of you guys viewing, they had renewal of vows for all of the married couples that was there. They passed out roses for everyone, and then they had someone to bless all of the married couples. So what made you guys do that? Not only for renewing your vows, but for every married couple. That was really special.
Yes.
What brought that on?
Um, Jerry didn't even know about it until what the week of the party. But I don't know. It was like God put it in my heart to do that. To not only celebrate us, but to celebrate all marriages. And I just I just felt like um to celebrate the love for all marriages. And some married couples may have been going through something, and that just made it even better for them. I had a couple of friends, single friends that was there and everything. Now that wants to get married now because they saw that. um, that was something that was really I just really wanted to do that, even though I wanted to have another wedding. Renew we Well, we renewed our vows our 11th year, and
Hmm.
we had a wedding, but I wanted to do it again, and Jerry said no, so that's why I went on and was like, okay, well, I decided to just do it with everyone that was married, and
It's
like I
beautiful.
said, my heart to do that.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah,
I
that
can
was
tell you
beautiful.
that was quite the surprise, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So, Liz, beauty queen. All right.
Hey,
Hey,
Liz.
Tina just got on. I'm listening. Hey, Liz, how
Um,
are you? Good Friday.
Yes. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to share.
Right there. You go up. Go up.
I got you.
To Liz again.
Yeah, I got you right here.
No,
I
you
got
missed
that
one.
one already.
All right. About that
50%
50% is failing at school. That's
Yep.
right. That's right. I guess.
Everyone needs to get into the 100%. For sure. I mean, that's one thing that we teach, right? If you come in talking about I'm giving 50, she giving 50, okay. I already know that your relationship
Relationship's
is
not
in
working.
trouble.
Right.
All
We
you
already
wanna
know
tell
they're
me
not on the
anymore.
right track. We
Right.
already know when somebody says that, we already know they're not.
Yep. And you
That-
want to know why you have problems. I can tell you why.
Absolutely. If I'm coming in if I'm coming in and I'm only giving 50% of myself, then that means I'm not giving the whole effort, right? It's the commitment to the marriage. What are you being committed to? Thank you. It was a beautiful moment. It was.
Very touching,
Yes,
very beautiful.
yes. I think
and
that
you know
was-
what? That's part of sharing. I don't mean to cut you off, but that was a very a very nice part because you shared something and you wanted to share with your guests, which was wonderful. I thought it was a great touch.
And unfortunately for the single people, if they were married, they could have participated, right?
I mean, they had to sit on the floor. I mean, they had to sit in their seats, right? We had at the time, right?
That's right. Shout out to marriage.
That's right.
There you go, another benefit.
Right. All the married folks come to the floor. I'm like, hey, I'm in this group.
That's right. Yes, the marriage renewal.
They're our witnesses.
That's right. Exactly. Yep. The marriage renewal was a great idea. Yes, it was, Vicky.
Yep.
You didn't come up with that. That was you, Marcia.
No, that was me.
Okay. She's going to take some credit for something, right?
All right. Liz says all marriages need God in their lives and to stop listening to others that are negative. Absolutely.
Liz.
First of all, if you have anybody that's talking negative about your marriage, then that tells you right there that that's not somebody you need to be friends with.
Yep.
Because negativity just breeds more negativity. If we can't say anything else, that we have to be protective and conscious of the people who we surround ourselves with. So if you want a positive marriage, you want people to point out the positive things about you and your mate, not the things that you all are dealing with individually. You don't need somebody else telling you that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, when we were at the event, a lot of people spoke highly of you guys and how you've actually touched other people's lives. The young lady that said her son looks like yours. She had an interesting story, which was nice. It was just nice to see how you've reached out and you inspired and touched other folks' lives.
Or just to be appreciated, right?
And it's kind of like the story. It's like what Jerry was saying about what he saw in his parents' relationship, right? So, like the lady came up and she was talking about looking at you all as a relationship, as a role model. You're just doing your thing, right? You're living your life. You're just trying to be different. But you being different, you're inspiring other people, and you don't even know it.
Now you're that role model for someone else. That's right. That's right.
So those golden nuggets of study, just going into the world, and you just infecting lives, whether it be young men, young ladies. Just this is how a functioning family looks like.
Right, with issues and problems, because that's life.
Right.
My biggest thing is that people think that one of the biggest negative things about marriage is that, well, when we get together, we're not going to have any problems.
Right.
Well, how do you expect as an individual you have problems, right? A lot of single people have problems.
That's right.
So if they think once they get married, we're not going to, how is that? They're just going to disappear?
Nope.
Right?
Get magnified.
Exactly. So now you have the issues of me, you have the issues of you, and now our issues even together. So that's something that, you shouldn't take lightly 25 years because, like we said, that's growth and maturity and understanding that we're going to have to get through some things. That's just part of life. No one's perfect, but we're glad to see you guys made it to 25 years. We're looking forward to the next 50 or 100 years and keep going.
Just keep going.
So before we end our live, we just want you guys to drop a gem. So give some advice to newlyweds, old couples, whatever.
Right.
Drop us a gem that they can take away.
I would say live your life. I think that's a lot of the problems with relationships, marriages, and friendships, and everything else is people have they look up to everybody else's situations and try and compare themselves and live out somebody else's fantasies and dreams. And I'm a firm believer in I'm living my life. I'm doing me. That's all I'm concerned about. And anything that comes along with it, as long as it's positive, I welcome. If it's negative, I'm kicking it out of my circle. And that's the best advice I can give anybody as far as marriage and any other situation in life is you got to do you, do the best you can at it, and let God do the rest, and be you.
I like that. I like the point of kicking folks out your circle.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You gotta do some house cleaning.
Because everybody don't need to be in your circle.
That's right.
And life will teach you that.
And even if they are in your circle, it's all right to kick them out. They was there for a season.
For a season.
That's right. That
You know,
season
people
is
come and
over.
go out of our lives all the time, but they're only there for a season. Sometimes
right.
they just there to teach us something. Yeah, great
Dr.
advice.
Nene said, great advice. All right. How about you, Marcia? Give us a gem.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, so Liz says, communicate always and always try to solve the issue.
Yep.
All right. Vicky says, great job, Marcia and Jerry.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Marcia. They're going to let you speak eventually.
My number one thing is gonna always say keep God. God is keep God in the head of your marriage. That's the only way it's gonna really work if you keep God, and you have to pray for each other and pray with each other for each other. So without God, I don't see where your marriage will go. But that's what helps us is God is the reason why we here and we made it this far in our marriage. I'm a true believer in praying to God. Every day I pray about us and keeping us together. Um, and I pray against, um, negativity or one. You have some people that try to, down your marriage, but we strong enough. We don't let that door open with anyone. And one thing you're not gonna do is talk about my back.
All right. Wonderful. Wonderful. That's right. Good advice. That's right. Put God first.
Yeah,
He's a problem solver.
yeah.
Help you see things you don't have to see. So Liz says, yes, yes, and yes, young lady.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean, that's what it's all about. You guys, if you guys want to have any comments or questions that you might want to ask the couple before we get out of here,
So does anyone-
you can chime in.
That's right. Does any of our viewers have any questions before we get out of here?
Or any congratulations we want to shower them with.
That's right. Let's congratulate them on 25 years.
Yeah,
Let the congratulations come in.
That's right. That's right.
Let's go. Let's go. I don't see them yet. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, guys. So right now, I should be seeing congratulations. Congratulations, Marcia and Jerry. All right. Congratulations on 25 years. Wishing you many more to come. Absolutely. Many more
Absolutely.
happy, prosperous, and abundant ones. Absolutely. Liz says congratulations.
Yes, you've overcome some things. You've done. Rita
That's
Lindsay.
right. Rita Lindsay says, congratulations, family, 25 years. Wow. So Rita's on 32, right?
Yep.
Yep. All right.
Wow.
Yep. All right. So thank you, guys.
Yes.
And as the other ones come in, and your baby sister says, congratulations, sissy. What's BIL?
Bill is brother-in-law. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
BIL.
you gotta-
All right,
you gotta-
sissy and Bill. Bill without the other L.
they call him Bill, which is BIL. Brother-in-law.
Bill the ill. All right.
Okay. All right. I got it.
Yes, Rita said yes on 32. Rita, it's coming out, right?
I think it just passed. Yeah. The
September.
15th.
Okay. Oh, that's right. All right. So happy 32 anniversary to you too, Rita.
Yep.
All right. Yes. Looking forward to the next discussion on marriage. That's
yeah.
where we talk about marriage, relationships, self-development, and anything and all things us. So last week, if you guys did not get a chance to watch it, it was on estate planning, wills, basically getting your in order.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
In a hurry.
Yes,
Yes.
because we leave it up to our family to make decisions for us after we're gone, or we leave a mess for our family to clean up.
Right.
So, and he gave a lot of good advice on
Yes.
the difference between what we should do and shouldn't do, and just knowledge. So if you guys have not had a chance to watch that, please go and watch last Friday's episode with attorney Mario Reed. That was absolutely talking about some gems. He dropped them.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we have before we get out of here.
Okay.
I think she was saying,
Oh,
bro
she's
in
telling
law.
Sorry, no, she's crazy.
All right, Vicky says congratulations. Rita said thank you.
Yep,
you're welcome.
Uh-huh.
And Dr. Nene says I'm here for it.
All
All
right.
right. All right,
Now,
guys.
don't forget us when we come down to Georgia, Nene.
All right. So that is going to, where can we find Precious episodes?
Previous.
Oh, previous.
Precious.
Oh, yep. You.
They are.
That she meant- she
yep,
said- she meant
yep,
previous.
I know. I got it.
I know. We know what you meant. I just read what it said.
It's on Facebook, or you can go.
You
to,
know what? They Precious. You don't make no mistakes. The
Yeah.
Precious episode.
Or you can go to Legendary Relationship. You can search it on YouTube, or you can look it up on Facebook under Legendary Relationship. So either you can go to Legendary Relationship under Facebook, or you can go under. Actually, you're on Facebook, so you should be looking at it on our page now. So you can go there and look at previous episodes, or you can go to YouTube because we're on YouTube as well under Legendary Relationship. So you search Legendary Relationship and you see all the past Friday episodes.
So we have Friday Lives where we talk with couples, and then we have our podcast. And our podcast, you can listen to it or look at it. So bring up the podcast real quick, Jason. So if anybody who knows how to listen to podcasts, if you don't, you can always email us, and we gave free advice on how to get to podcasts. If you don't know, not just ours, but any podcast.
Yep.
But you can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, anything.
Amazon. We everywhere. Everywhere. Tune in. Pandora. You name it, we there.
Okay, and so basically, when you get married, you say "I do." So our podcast is loving beyond the "I do." It's like most people just talk about up until the marriage. We talk about what happens after the marriage, right? After all the glasses is off and the real stuff hits the fan, that's what we talk about. So loving beyond the I do.
Yep.
So you can catch it on anywhere you get your podcast, or you can go to our website at legendaryrelationship.com and click on podcast. You can click on episodes, lives, the book, the ebook, whatever. You can send us info.
There's the website up on the screen now.
All right. So that wraps up another episode for
that
us.
Was quick.
That was quick.
Yeah.
And it's not even supposed to be this long, but we trying to get in and out. All right, guys, we thank you so very much for being here with us tonight. Anything else you guys want to say before we cut this episode or cut this live?
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you for doing the work and being role models out there and showing people what a healthy marriage looks like. Not a perfect marriage, but a healthy marriage.
That's right. That's right.
Someone that's committed to each other, committed to the marriage,
striving to get it right.
Jason, I need a copy of that video of the renewal because I do not have it.
Oh, you don't? Okay, yeah. I got a copy.
You need to talk to that videographer. What was up? Okay.
Yeah, he got caught up in the moment. Yeah.
Did you tell him you were working? You were not in the game.
Because it was beautiful. So you probably just sitting there going,
that was
wow.
right. That was nice. No problem. We're going to get that to you.
Yep.
All right. So as always, guys.
Hold on, baby. You just, okay.
You ready?
Oh, I'm just about ready.
You ready? All right.
Hey, guys, don't go anywhere.
All right. So as always, we're in it to win it.